Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at 5 ways that we can naturally boost our testosterone levels. So let's get started. What is testosterone? When you think of testosterone, there are probably certain connotations that pop into your head, like masculinity, aggression, or even sex drive. But what exactly is testosterone? Simply put, testosterone is a hormone in the human body. It's part of a group of hormones called androgens. Androgens are a group of hormones that promote the development of male traits and characteristics. And although androgens are known as the male hormones, they are present in women's bodies too. In guys, the testicles primarily make testosterone, and in girls, testosterone is made in the ovaries, although much smaller amounts. As a guy, it's important to have healthy levels of testosterone because this hormone plays a key role in your muscle mass, your bone density, the quality of your mood, your energy levels, your facial and body hair, your sex drive, and your sperm production. Have I made my point yet? Hopefully I have. So, now that we know what testosterone is and how important it is, let's explore 5 ways that we can naturally boost our testosterone levels. Number 1. Exercise and lift weights. All forms of exercise increase your testosterone levels, which is great, but it's worth knowing that some exercises are better than others in this regard. Resistance training, such as lifting weights, will boost your testosterone more than endurance training, such as running or cycling. Your body is great at adapting to change, and when you lift heavy weights, your body soon realizes that to keep up with the workload, it will need to increase your muscle mass. Luckily for us, it's this increase in muscle mass that triggers the body to produce more testosterone. Here are 2 strategies to help you maximize your weightlifting exercises. Number 1, lift heavier weights. In other words, rather than doing many reps at a low weight, increase the weight to create more resistance. You want to be performing somewhere in the range of 6 to 12 reps. And strategy number 2, use more muscle groups. For example, instead of focusing on one muscle, like everyone's favorite, the bicep, focus on compound exercises which work out multiple muscle groups at the same time, such as squats and deadlifts. So all in all, make sure you're exercising regularly and including a good amount of resistance training to increase your strength and boost your testosterone. Number 2, eating a balance of protein, fats and carbs. What we eat has a huge effect on the hormones in our body, and this includes testosterone. Proteins, fats and carbs all play a vital role in our well-being, and having a healthy balance of all 3 helps keep our testosterone levels in good shape. It's also worth knowing that constant dieting or constant overeating has a negative effect on the amount of testosterone that our bodies produce. So it's not just what we eat, but how we eat that counts. And if we want to get into specifics, there are some great foods that can help us. This includes eggs, spinach, tuna, nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, salmon, and a particular favourite of mine, avocados. So, eat a balance of great proteins, fats and carbs, and keep you and your testosterone levels healthy. Number 3, get enough vitamin D. It's crazy to think that light being emitted from a hot ball of gas in the middle of our solar system can travel millions of miles, hit our skin, and trigger our bodies to produce vitamin D. So when the sun's shining, be sure to make the most of it. But we can also increase our levels of vitamin D by taking supplements and by eating foods that naturally contain vitamin D, such as eggs and salmon. A randomized controlled study in 2011 found that men who were given a high dose vitamin D supplement on a daily basis increased their total testosterone from 10.7 to 13.4 nanomoles per litre, whereas in the group that were given a placebo, there were hardly any changes in testosterone levels. Studies such as this one show that the concentration of vitamin D in the blood is linked to the body's production of testosterone, so not getting enough vitamin D could result in low testosterone levels, and no one likes to see that. So, if you're fortunate to live in a sunny part of the world, make sure you soak up that sunlight to keep your vitamin D levels in tip-top shape. And if you live in a part of the world where the sun doesn't shine down on you very often, like me because I live in the UK, then make sure you're eating the right foods or even taking supplements to keep your vitamin D levels healthy. Number 4, reduce stress. Stress, everyone's least favourite word. We all know that stress is a major bummer, but just in case you didn't think it was bad enough, it also negatively affects your testosterone levels. When our bodies are in a stress state, testosterone production is lowered, which can lead to more stress, which can lead to even lower testosterone levels. Yep, it's a vicious cycle. So, why would evolution cause our bodies to lower testosterone production when we are stressed? Well, as human beings evolved, our ancestors had to deal with stressful, life or death situations, such as being face to face with a hungry predator. And in these situations, it wouldn't have benefited us if our body started producing testosterone, the hormone known to increase our sex drive, because the last thing you want to be when confronted by a lion is sexually aroused. And in the modern world, we aren't hunted by lions, but we still encounter stress, right? like when we're under pressure at work, and our biology hasn't kept up with the changes to our environment. So although our lives aren't often in danger, our body still goes into that fight or flight mode and produces the stress hormone cortisol, which you can think of as nature's alarm system. All of this is bad for our testosterone production, so it's important that we keep our stress levels to a minimum. At times, life gets tough, and it's hard to keep stress from arising, but in these situations we have to be proactive and introduce counteractive practices to restore the balance. For me personally, I find that I can reduce my stress levels by meditating, by exercising, by playing guitar, by watching a good film, and by hanging out with friends. All of these activities are relaxing because they take my mind off of whatever is causing the stress. So, find what works for you and keep the stress in your life at bay. Number 5, get high quality sleep. We all know that sleep is good for us, but not many people realise that poor sleeping habits can affect our testosterone levels. One study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that the effects of sleep loss on testosterone levels were evident after just 1 week of poor sleep. In the study, the men slept for 5 hours per night, and their testosterone levels decreased by 10 to 15%, which is nuts. As we sleep, our testosterone levels increase, and they decrease the longer we're awake. It's also good to know that our testosterone production levels are highest during REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement because it's the stage of your sleep cycle when your eyes move around, rapidly changing directions, but they don't actually send any visual information to your brain. REM sleep is the deep, restorative sleep which is so good for our health, and it's also when we tend to have vivid dreams. But poor quality sleep or sleeping disorders such as sleep apnea reduce the amount of REM sleep that we get, and this has a negative knock-on effect on our testosterone levels. I learnt a lot about how to improve the quality of my sleep when I listened to Matthew Walker's appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast, and this inspired me to purchase his book called Why We Sleep, which I highly recommend. So I'll leave a link to the book in the description below, and I'll also link the YouTube video of Matthew Walker's conversation with Joe Rogan. Hopefully they help you to improve the quality of your sleep, which as we've learnt will keep your testosterone levels strong and healthy. And that's all from me guys. Those are 5 ways that we can boost our testosterone production levels naturally. If you'd like to support the channel, please smash the like button, drop me a comment below, let me know if you enjoyed the video, and of course hit subscribe. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.